Hello everyone, welcome to a team-up episode of the Gaming Zone where I team up with Anastasia Lazerbeam, aka the Pew Pew.
Woo!
And we're joined by a special guest, Marcus Shadow.
Hello.
And this is to play Dragon Age Inquisition. It's worth pointing out, me and Pew only played the game on the PS4. It is the same version across the board, so a lot of what we say will stay true. It's just maybe the control buttons will be a slightly different button, but you can figure that out.
And PC will probably be different than playing on a console.
Exactly. And Marcus Shadow hasn't played Dragon Age Inquisition, but he was here for like a few extra, like an extra person to bounce off. Plus, he is a fan of the BioWare games, so he was curious to see what we say about it.
Indeed.
Yep. And yeah, it would be a different build on the PC in terms of controls, but like I said, the story, the gameplay, and everything, it's the same across the board. So with that said, let's queue up our first category. Presentation! This is voice acting, the look, and just all the little stuff. And I'll include, and obviously like story and stuff like that, but obviously isn't gameplay or the extras. So, yay! Would you like to go first, Pew?
Okay. Okay, first, I guess graphically it's pretty good. Everyone looks generally, like they're supposed to. Varric, you pointed out Varric looks a little like extra pretty or whatever. I didn't even notice until you mentioned it, but because I didn't use him in my party a lot. But yeah,
I didn't use him a lot in my party in the second one. However, he is the main storyteller at the second one. Is featured in every cutscene almost, narrating the shit. It's hard to miss him.
Yeah. I didn't notice that, but they did pretty boy him up a little bit. Otherwise, it's interesting graphically how they made everybody kind of age interestingly. Like, some people got scars. Now, like, Cullen's got, like, the mouth scar. Cassandra's got, like, the scar in her chin. And, like, showing, like, stuff happened. And it's, like, progression. That's really, was a nice detail. Usually the scenery is pretty nice when you're in the environment. Character-wise, everybody's got, physical character models.
I will say with the environment, I didn't like the environment.
Mm-hmm.
It looked exactly the same as the grassy environment. To me, at least, it looked exactly the same as the grassy environment in Skyrim, and some of the indoor stuff looked the same as the other Dragon Age ones, just a little shinier. I mean, it didn't look that realistic or anything. It was like, okay, this is pretty much just standard grass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought it looked like generally better than the previous Dragon Age, but like comparable to like, obviously other PS4 games, it's not like mind-blowing.
Yep. But it does make sense because graphics aren't the strong suit of the BioWare games, just because they don't use most of their disc for pretty graphics. They use it for gameplay and missions and stuff.
Yes.
So it balances out.
I also say there is a nice portrayal of sexual parts in here, and they don't look weird. Like some people's feet look weird, but otherwise, nipples, butt, totally looks normal.
Yeah, but I totally wanted to get with Cassandra's feet.
I'm just saying that their feet look kind of funky. Like, if anything, they can't exactly animate feet very well. So, I mean, you're obviously not looking there, but it is something.
I was kidding, because most of them have boots on, because you need to put armor on your characters.
Well, I just had to say, the naked parts, I had to throw that in there. Because, last time they all had the same body type.
It did. Speaking of the romance stuff, yeah, really weird. Last time and the time before, it was more balanced. This time round, if you're a straight male human, your love interest consists of 2 women, and that's it. All the other one, most of the other like 10, 20 fucking love interests you have are all for races, or they're all if you go gay.
Yeah, you got, I think, Josephine and Cassandra.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not saying do not have gay relationships. That's not what's leaving my mouth right now. What I'm saying is balance it, because I want the.
Yeah.
I said the same thing with theirs on one of the BioWare games when that was really not there. I said the same thing of they should be a balance between gay and straight relationships. It shouldn't be if you're a straight male, you're really doomed. If you're a straight female, you've got more love interests than if you're a straight male.
Because when my first playthrough, I was an elf female, and I had, let's say, Solus, Bull, I was gonna say Cullen, and I think Sarah, and Josephine, and that is yeah.
Sarah and Josephine wouldn't be the straight options.
Oh, she's only a full lesbian.
Yes, she's because you said I had Sarah and Josephine. They're females. They would be your gay choices.
I'm just saying those are romance options, cause sometimes if I think a character's more interesting, I'll make my character be a lesbian. Like
yeah, but I just meant in terms of that particular thing. That is something people do love about these games. If you had all those guys, I had.
Yeah, you only had two, so it wasn't really exactly fair.
And Josephine.
And to be fair, Josephine's doesn't have any like her romance scenes are lessened to a C. You never, because all she does is fully clothed cuddling fire time. Like it's like that's it.
I chose well.
Yeah, so like that doesn't. I don't know. Bull can be romanced by like everybody.
That looked weird. My character getting with Cassandra looked weird. Where he's like this normal pale-ish dude and stuff. He looks like me-ish. Mm-hmm. Then suddenly when he's naked, he's shiny as fuck, and his animated face looked so weird, as did hers. I was like, what?
There is like excess shininess in there, especially on Dorian, who always looks like he's crying all the time because his face is so shiny.
Yeah,
which kind of works for his character because it's very sympathetic and a lot of negative things happen to him. But like he's always crying all the time.
But I know you play the BioWare games, Marcus. What do you think about the limited love interests for like just for one particular group of people that happen to be straight human males?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. There should be a balance in relationships. That's always been one of the stronger aspects of how BioWare does storytelling in a game, and the options they give you is the ability to choose your love interest. And I kind of did notice a slight imbalance though in like some of the Mass Effect games where you'd have more options if you went one way or another. And it's like I always wished there was more of a balance. Yeah. So maybe that imbalance makes it more of a BioWare game than you think, because it almost sounds like it's a it's like a BioWare staple. It's their MO.
It was early on, but like I believe like Mass Effect 3 there was definitely a balance, because you had a load of the ones from the past come back just for that reason, to fill the void, and you also had ones from this game and stuff like that all at once. Yeah. So it was like they'd moved on, and I also believe the other Dragon Age ones were a bit more balanced.
And also, I watched a BioWare conference where they specifically talked about the love interest, and they mentioned in the last game where everyone was bisexual, where they don't want to like discredit other people because not everybody in the world is bisexual. So I can understand that some people are just lesbian only, or some people are just like lesbian only, or that's fine that they can have those characters, but then you have to provide another people who are straight only. Like you have to have enough people from the other side as well if you're going to do that.
Yeah, if you're going to limit the interactions and the relationships, you need to make more characters. It's either you're going to make everybody bisexual, or you're going to put more man hours and effort into it and make more characters.
Yeah, which I did agree with the whole not making them bisexual for the sake of doing it. I do agree with that. But
then you have this other problem.
And you have this problem, which
characters are actually even tied to race, which I thought was like, whoa, that's not cool.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool if they'd done more, so it was more balanced. Like it stands to reason that say like a proud elf would want to only be with another elf, because that's written into who he is. They're more like a tribe. They're really close together. He wants to keep his bloodline pure, and he's not racist against the others. He just wants to be with another elf, so he has an elf child. And I'm like, I can understand this, and I can understand having it in there because that stuff does exist in real life. However, don't limit all of the other stuff. That was the only problem I had with that. I also...
Because Solus is elf only, and he even talks about how it's kind of shameful to merge with other people and you're weakening your thing, and it kind of makes him look a bit of an asshat, but you can understand because, that's what some people are like, so...
Yeah, it's like I hated in this one, they brought back Hawk. Which was awesome. I loved my female Hawk. She was awesome. She was this strong, independent female warrior that led the fucking thing, that just led this battle. She was literally the champion. She was the champion of the place and stuff. It was awesome. This one, when they brought her back, she's like a sniveling underling of this random dude I've never met. And I'm like, the fuck's going on here? What the hell did you do to my Hawk? Not only did
you mean Stroud?
Yeah, not only did you bring back someone I didn't give a shit about, but not only did you bring back people I didn't really give a shit about, or you've put her in armor I've never seen her in, and you essentially made her almost a completely different character, to the point that you almost undid everything cool with the second game, because one of the key things with BioWare games is choices. You've undone all my choices. Why would you do this to me?
One thing I have to mention in that is that they did address that they didn't think, I saw it in a note, they didn't think that, because we had Stroud there, normally you would have Alistair or Logan instead of Stroud, because it was supposed to be a warden, but like if you chose like Logan to like survive or whatever, it would be him, and though they put all the effort in those two choices, and they said that they limited the Stroud option if Alistair was king or he was dead and he couldn't be there, or if Logan was dead or you decided to make him a warden. So they put more effort into those two choices, but not nearly the Stroud one. So then that way, if those two characters aren't available for that one section, it makes your character look really weak.
It does, which I did not like, because Alistair was king. He deserved that. After all, he was a royal bastard. His exact words. Or technically, I think it was my exact words in Dragon Age 1, which was awesome. And I killed Logan. I had him die.
So they were both not available. But I have seen the scenes with...
So like I said, so basically my character suddenly became... in clothes she's never wore and a sniveling underling. I'm like, what the hell have you done? Why would you do this?
The whole Stroud thing was like, they should have put nearly as much effort in with the all extra Alistair and Logan scenes as they did with Hawk. So
yeah, I would have totally loved to be able to recruit Hawk onto my team and maybe swap between the two playable characters. Because I'm sorry, I didn't even give a shit about the main character of this game. I totally would have gone back to my Hawk.
Or at least if you're gonna have a warden, why not the warden? Boom.
My warden's not available.
If they died, then you could have Stroud. But I'm just saying that should have also been an option.
My warden did not die. My warden entered the mirror to be with Morrigan.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Or you could have the mirror. But I'm saying if it was available, like, because my warden was totally available to go do this, and that would have been fucking sweet, because I got Stroud because Alistair's king and I killed the game, and I would have been awesome because my warden is free to do this, and that'd be super awesome if they put that in there, and it would make much more sense because when I had to choose between Hawk and Stroud, fuck Stroud. I don't even care about Stroud. That's a decision I'll make in 2 seconds. Fuck him, because I don't care about him, but I care about Hawk, and that would make that whole thing much weaker because I had no relation to this other character that you just thrown upon me.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, when Varric says to us, we're going to go get a separate meeting with Hawk, I'll admit, the inner fanboy in me was like, yay, my Hawk! And then I saw him, you've changed her hair colour, her hairstyle, and put her in clothes I don't know. Look like I can customise and put her back in her original hair. Why? But I did that, and I made her look like she was facially a bit more, and I was like, cool. And I gave her an extra little scarf in the battle, so cool. And then I'm like, cool, Hawk. And then she's like, yeah, come and meet my master. And you go meet him, and he's basically like this old perverted dude. Yeah. He may not actually be an old perverted dude, but I'm looking at him, I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna rape my Hawk.
Oh my god. Yeah, but a lot of things are, I don't want to say locked into stuff, but there were some decisions that could have been made a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot of little things. I do like the crafting and getting of requisitions, although some people could argue they're filler and you don't need them at all. But, yeah. Another thing to mention...
They are filler and stuff, which I'll go into more on that with gameplay, but.
Okay.
But yeah, that's one of that's one of the main problems with this game is the stuff you loved they pissed all over, and then the stuff that you expected to be back they removed and replaced with other shit. And it's like, oh, fuck off! You've made it unrecognizable.
Yeah.
But what about the story?
The story is a handle at best to give all the characters something to do. That's what I would kind of call it.
I would say the story for me is almost forgettable in the way because of how they presented the maps and all the shitty side quests that were ridiculous. It was a case of the story is so lost that you can't even remember much of it. Now there is some cool shit, like I thought it was awesome the way I escaped the dude with magic and the dragon. I was like, nice, I escaped, nice.
But it's very
that
like...
was like, the amount of times I've looked at the game and gone, nice, has been outweighed by the amount of times I've looked at the game and said, fuck you.
The story, I feel, was very, like, fragmented, like, big thing, bunch of stupid shit. Big thing, bunch of stupid shit. Then the big thing was resolved, like, way too quickly, and now we're doing this other thing now, and it's no longer remembered.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even start your whole, like, Skyhold thing until later in the game, and that's when it really gets started. You want to do that, because you're not even the Inquisitor until then, and it just, like... Then you set up these goals that you're trying to do, and then you resolve them like way too quickly to make it seem significant.
Yeah, I will say that's something which is kind of funny, but yeah, it's meant to start when you become the Inquisitor. I'm the Inquisitor and stuff, and it's just boring. It's not good. I mean, it says it all, Marcus. When there's a part of the game in the story where you travel through time.
Yeah.
And I actually turned and said to Pew Pew Pew, and she's like, yeah, and I'm like. We get time travel now, and she's like, yeah, can we at least travel back to the time when this series was good? I would love to just jump into Dragon Age 1 or 2 with it and just be playing them. Fuck free.
If this was a true BioWare game and they gave you time travel, they would have given you the ability to travel back to the point in time that Stroud gets a hold of Hawk and allow you to fucking knife Stroud in the back and be like, fuck that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And also, just so you know, this game can rewrite a lot of canonical problems because in a playthrough you could kill Liliana, she'll still be there. You could kill Zevranani, he'll still be there. There's some characters that you could kill in the game and they'll still be in here as well. I haven't personally experienced this, but it is in the game. But I've looked it up and it is.
That's because when we change time. The ripple effects spread throughout the timeline and small changes took place.
I guess so, but
that's
even
right,
on your tapestry...
That's right, Marcus. Again, I'm flashpointing it.
Even when you quickly, on the tapestry, click, okay, I killed this person, I killed this person, I killed this person. They're still there.
Wow.
Which annoys me.
Maybe they're clones.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, oh, I just left them and they fell off a cliff, or like Disney died, you know? No, it's like, I fucking killed them and stole their shit and then left.
Yeah, it's like it also really feels... I know people took the piss with Mass Effect of universe in peril. I must buy fish. But this was more ridiculous. This was more ridiculous in my opinion, because tell me how stupid this sounds, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
You went to a portal.
Mm-hmm.
You enter the portal to, I believe it was the future. It's all like a post-apocalyptic future. Your friends have crystals growing out of their chest, dying. Other ones have been killed. Other ones are tortured. Other ones have become anorexic from being too hungry and locked as prisoners. It's a traumatic experience. You step out the portal and then you can go horse racing. And go grab some herbs and go, oh, I know, I've stepped out of that portal. The future, it's a terrible thing. I must change one significant thing. Boom, and you kill a ram. There you go, problem solved. I'll deal with the future.
Like, this is kind of on the lines of that parody that I think, what was it? I forget who did it. Maybe College Humor or somebody, where they did this side questing thing where it's like, Zelda's being right behind that tree and you're fishing. You know, it's kind of like that.
Yeah. It is. It is. It's just really what? It's like you step out
Yeah.
the portal, and it's like you step out the portal, and then because you have to do side quests, you're stuck doing horse racing or fucking go grab my sheep and escort him back. I'm like, yeah,
Oh, that
this
fucking
is
goat.
good. This is gonna stop. This is gonna stop my teammates being killed by crystal. Sure.
And also, that fucking horse, or the buffalo thing, or the druffalo as it's called, you have to go on the correct path because that you can clearly see that there's a rail that thing is supposed to go on because it will split out stop. Like you can go across because I was gonna go straight across this like. I don't know what you want to. What do you call it? Like it's like not a river, but because it's like only like 1 foot deep or whatever. But he won't go across that. You have to walk like
Stream.
it's not even like stream. Okay, like 2 feet around it, and it's not even like out of the way or anything. It's just like whatever. You could go here or you could go here. But there's specific parts where he just won't go. He just won't go there, and you'll be like, "What did I break it?" No, you have to like try to move him around other stuff. You have to realize there's an invisible wall there for him, and then go like that, and that's kind of shitty.
Yep. But was there anything else you had to add for presentation, or should we go to gameplay? I know you had a major issue with the ending.
Yeah, but that's kind of gameplay-ish, I guess, more. Not so much story
It's the
problem.
ending of the story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there is. At least I didn't like it. Do you want to like take off your headset for a second?
Okay.
How are we gonna tell him that you're done?
I'll send him a message on Skype. I'd be
Okay.
like, boop, come back on, or you can. Alright, just one of the love interests you can possibly have is Solus, and pretty much the thing that pissed me off the most is he's a fucking cock tease. And I know Fenris kind of like fucked you and then left you in here. They're not making a good case for elves because he doesn't even fuck you and leave you. He doesn't. He just says, hey, remember all that teasing I did? Well, fuck you now. I'm gonna fucking leave and just become Flemeth now. There you go. And it's like, what the fuck is this? What is any of this? Doesn't make any sense. This is fucking out of nowhere, and it makes me hate you. You're just complete betrayer of everything in the entire game. If I could kick you off my team, I
So they
would
give
do it
you
from the beginning.
a love interest that if you try to court the person and you
They will
develop
court
it,
you and they
end
will
up
tease
leaving.
you for a certain point, and then they'll be like, by the way, I can't like do this anymore because I can't tell you. And then he says, I promise I will explain everything after we defeat Corypheus. And does he? No, he doesn't. He fucking leaves you after the end of the battle. Doesn't even show. I waited till the end credits because I thought like there'd be a post-credit scene where he comes back and actually fulfills his promise. And I waited those fucking 10 minutes, and no, bullshit, he doesn't come back. Oh, that pissed me off so much that he not only fucking didn't come back, liar, betrayed my team, did everything, and oh my god! And then once you're locked into a romance with him, once you like start it, and once you start his romance, you are locked into it. You can't say, okay, I want to end this. You can't say it. That's not an option. You can't break it off with him once you
there's
start it.
basically
Which is
no
even
point to
shittier.
romance him then.
Yeah, like, because there's some romances where you can end it if you don't like it or whatever, but him, you can't. You can't end it if you don't like it.
That's
You
stupid.
fucking suck.
And they don't give you a
That
reason
pissed
for it.
me
That's
off.
kind of stupid. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's terrible.
especially you're stuck with the one who's gonna fuck you over the most, which is like, so if you have the, luckily he is the race-tied one, so you'll probably, unless you're playing a female elf, you won't be able to romance him, which is good, because most people won't, because he's fucking broken, so, that was part of the story that I really hated. Now, the other part I hated was gameplay-based, so I'll save that to gameplay. Now,
that's terrible game
hold back.
design. Why would BioWare do that? That's terrible game design.
Okay. That was my only other problem with the story. Bull's romance scene's amazing. I already fuck Bull, and then you can totally break it off afterwards and he's not even hurt at all.
And I'm back.
Cool.
In case some people are wondering, I haven't quite got to the ending, so I'm avoiding certain spoilers. Which should be worth noting with the other Dragon Age games, Mass Effect games and stuff. I couldn't stop playing the shit out of them. This one, I don't even know where the fuck the disc is. It's probably gathering dust somewhere. I'll play it eventually.
Yeah. There is like another time we're gonna have to take your headset off because that one was the story-based problem and then the next one will be gameplay-based problem.
Fair enough.
Alright.
But now, gameplay!
Gameplay!
So let's talk about gameplay.
Holy
Which...
fuck, there's a lot of side quests.
Yes, it literally goes like this, Marcus. 10 steps forward, side quest. 10 steps forward, side quest. Pick up a side quest. Go forward, side quest given
Would
to
you like to side quest while you're side questing? Because side quests open up other side quests.
Yeah, literally what they try to do is copy literally Oblivion. I don't know if you played Oblivion, because that was basically like the Skyrim game, because it was the one before it. But it was also about closing portals and stuff, which this one's about. So that's why I'm saying Oblivion more than Skyrim. Even though Skyrim was the more popular one, I'm going to go with Oblivion because it came first and it had portals. But yeah, they basically turned it into an Oblivion Skyrim style game, like an Elder Scrolls style game, because most of the fucking map is side quests. You have to do so many side quests to the point you would probably forget most of the story.
You had to look it up on the thing to see where the story is sometimes. I would forget.
The story is like a second thought in this game. The story, romance, gameplay, because the gameplay played a little bit. I'll talk about the actual controls and stuff in a sec, but just with how they did it, it's like everything you know and love from a BioWare game is an afterthought.
Wow.
It'd be like making a Street Fighter game where fighting was only 1% of the game.
Wow. That sounds terrible.
That was terrible.
Now, me personally, this wasn't as big a problem because I enjoy side quests, and I found if you actually read the million text boxes that come up in front of you, which does take an incredible amount of time investment, that the side quests, most of them, at least for me, if you make that initial time investment, are enjoyable if you spend like half the day reading. Now, but a lot of them are like, what you shouldn't have to do.
Major issue with that.
Yeah.
One, with the amount of side quests you have, like the minimum amount of side quests you have to do, if you include stuff like reading and all that stuff too, with how long it takes you to complete the game is like it's like 50 hours or something, 50 to 60 hours. Yeah, this takes place over the course of like 2 days, and your game saves 60 hours. What? How?
Yeah.
How? How can you fit 60 hours into 2 days? No. No. Which like I said, I understand enjoying side quests and stuff. Hell, what's one of the things I've gone out of my way to do during Borderlands? Side quests. They can be good. I understand it. Like, if I buy the Elder Scrolls games, I expect shitloads of side quests and all this stuff. Cool. If I buy a BioWare game, I expect a crafted, well thought out branching story and more emphasis on the main story than the side quests, because that's what those games are. It's like buying a Legend of Zelda game with no dungeons.
It's like buying Dynasty Warriors, the Legend of Zelda version, actually expecting a Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Hyrule Warriors was pretty awesome though, but yeah, it's weird. It's like, what the hell have you done? How have you made you? Because it's not that I'm against the side quests. Like I believe Pew thought I was at one point when she was like, "Well, I didn't have a problem. I didn't have a problem with it." I was like, "No, my problem isn't that there were side quests. My problem is this isn't the game I purchased."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I love fighting games the most. If I bought a BioWare game and I suddenly had to do street fighting throughout all of it, I'd be like, what the fuck have you done?
Yeah.
Unless it was a brand new one and that was the main how you took part in the fights and shit, obviously. And then obviously it's like the stories and branching stuff, 'cause that could be awesome. However, the actual stuff of how it is now, it's not Dragon Age 1 or 2. It's just not.
No.
And I'm like, I don't like this.
And even I love side quests. I probably like side quests more than like anything in the entire world. I love collecting things. And even this proved too much for me.
So happy to hear you say that.
Well, I'm just saying, even this, like, even my like incredible extreme love for side questing is even too much for this.
No,
because all the reading I have to do.
I was making a joke, Pew, because you just said the sentence, "I love side quests more than absolutely any other thing in the world," and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure your boyfriend's really happy to hear about that.
Oh, he's fine with it. He'll side quest with me right next to me. It's cool.
Over her head, Mole. Over her head.
It was.
No, I got it. And I got what you're saying, but I'm just saying it wouldn't be a thing. Anyway, but like,
I
yeah,
still
the
maintain
amount
over her head. But continue.
the amount of investment that you need to do the side questing or properly enjoy it is just way too time consuming, to the point where it's almost like I'm gonna say text-based adventure, but that's how much reading you're gonna have to do to like understand what you're doing and why you're doing it to be properly motivated.
I would argue, is that true? Because I know you've completed the game once. You completed the game once, and at the end of the game, you flat out said you were so angry you had to turn off Skype and go to bed. Which I understand you probably explained that a second ago. But you also said to me, yeah, that wasn't Dragon Age, and you were pissed off. You didn't like the game. And it's like, so therefore, you put in a lot more investment in it than most people would, and you didn't get your enjoyment.
I did not, and that also has to do with a lot of other problems, and I was super rage-filled because of multiple things.
Yeah, I said some of it would have been spoilers, but you also said a lot of it was also the gameplay stuff, because I mentioned to you about the side quests and stuff, and you said by the end of it, yeah, you had to look up the story more than you had on the other ones, because you didn't even know the story, which that means you're not enjoying it. That means you're basically... It's turning you into Jim.
A lot of it turns, eventually, if you keep going at it, it feels like busy work after a while.
Yeah,
it just,
like I said, this game...
I like it, but it weighs on you. To properly enjoy this the way... Sorry, what?
I said to you, Pew, yeah, this game turns you into Jim, because instead of playing the game, you spend most of it looking shit up to remember what the fuck happened.
Yeah, and like you have to like. And another thing is with the whole crafting system, which I still like, but you have to kill like all the animals on site forever because there is so much shit you need, and the amount of animals that you like are not like present for you to do that casually. Like this is like I guess the way they intended it to do is for you to just spend a day, like literally a day or 4 hours straight hunting. That's not what I'm gonna do. If I see an animal, I'm gonna kill it if it pisses me off. Okay, and that's it. Like, but the way like crafting the armor works, you need so much like shit that you'd have to like spend the day, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend like an entire segment or whatever just hunting alone. So then I had to like kill all animals on sight if I ever see it, and I felt terrible. I'm like, oh my god, there's a ram! Fucking kill that son of a bitch! Get a skin right now.
Make this easy on
you. Now you know why I hate crafting in most games.
Yeah.
Well,
I hate crafting in all games, but yeah, it's a case of
too much.
With this, do a different profession instead of hunting, and use the excuse your character is a vegan.
Well, that's what I felt like, because in my first playthrough when I was an elf, I was like, I really don't want to just randomly kill animals unless, like, I need to, unless they attack me, and that's generally how I did it. But then I could not, like, craft, because I don't want to, like, kill them unless, like, they're attacking me, whatever. That's how I played it. And then I couldn't make any armor because I need to, like, kill, like, 90 million rams, and it's probably, like, 100 or something, but it's still, like, a lot, For, like, a character, a thing that doesn't attack me, I have to actively go out and seek it myself.
Can you not find good armor?
You can, but, like, when you have this, like, awesome crafting armor system they have, once you have the actual materials to do so, you can make fucking amazing armor. Like, I can have, like, blue leather skin, green, like, metal, like, freaking pimped out, like, gold buttons and everything. I can do all that awesome shit. But, I can't do it unless I have, like, a million freaking materials.
Yeah, I will also say some of our problems you will hear in this may be fixed in the future. Like, for example, if Pew mentioned she had a problem with the ending, I don't know what the problem was, but it was something. I don't know if it's possible, but that's why that problem could be fixed in the inevitable DLC, because the other two all got expansion packs and DLC packs. It's possible this could get one like the first game that's set after the events of the game, so it could tie in things people have problems with to try and fix stuff.
I'll know that one of the patches, that I know one of the issues that I had with the first part of the game, in my like rage for the first one, is that before the patch came out, you were lonely as fuck, man. Your characters would only talk, and I couldn't even find the talking points, so I could run back and forth to hear all the dialogue, which I love doing, because I could, find them, whatever. But here, like, before the patch, they would only talk maybe once or twice, like, during a whole mission. Like, I'd be playing for, like, 3 hours doing this one mission. They'd talk maybe once. Maybe. And that's if those two particular characters had something to say or whatever. But here with the patch, now they talk a lot more frequently, so that has been patched, but it still pissed me the fuck off when I pretty much spent the whole game and I felt like, why am I lonely? Why doesn't anybody talk to me? This is not how a BioWare game is supposed to feel. I'm supposed to feel like I have actual people with me. Why are you so quiet?
Yep. Right. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure if they're going to bring out DLC expansion packs, that was all. You know, like after the events of the game or whatever. Hopefully they do, and hopefully if they do, I'm hoping they bring out some DLC expansion packs that are more linear. A lot more linear, because that would be like, yeah, at least part of this game's worth playing.
Also, a lot of texture planes have been patched where, like, a lot of times I could see, like, the surface of the water, like, 2 feet up to my knee, but then if you look right underneath that plane, it's not there, which was like, what the fuck is that, you know? They fixed a lot of patches like that, where, like, technical, like, things were fucked up.
But, like, how you play and how you fight and stuff is pretty much the same as the other games.
Yeah.
I have no complaint with how you do the moves and stuff. They're pretty cool. There's even a thing where you can go in there and do strategies and stuff, which always helps you out more, I feel. Which I like that.
Thing I would say about this is this game is really piss easy unless you put on a nightmare, and except for the dragons. The dragons can be done on casual or whatever because they're just like hella crazy hard, but it's enjoyable. But like almost all the like how at least how I felt, and I usually like games easy so I can feel like powerful, but this game was way too easy, like leveling up wise and enemies just fucking fall over. I didn't even need to use the strategy thing at all. I could just do whatever the fuck and pretty much win. But like here, I felt like this was way too easy, and I did it on Nightmare.
There is one small problem to do with that I had.
What's that?
I hated, and this was almost like what with the Destiny stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I had a mission, like say there, it doesn't matter where I'm pointing. But then like almost right next to it, I had another mission. Both of these missions are like level 3 or 4 missions. In the middle of it is a level 20 rift.
Oh yeah, that's shitty.
And I'm like, I can't even scratch you. What the fuck? Why are you doing this?
Was it a rift with a troll face on it?
No, it was just randomly there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this here?
Like some like BioWare games, like you know, in Fallout, like if you went around, you could explore, but at your own peril because some areas may be way too expertise for you. They don't come with
BioWare didn't make Fallout.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Who did Fallout?
I don't think I was gonna say I didn't think BioWare made.
Fallout 3 is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, anyway, whatever. If like Fallout 3, you will get punished for exploring sometimes because you might wander into areas, which part of me kind of like, because it's like, oh, I'm not meant to go there yet, okay. Because it makes it interesting, it makes you have to go back there and replay it, and maybe there'll be new things, which creates an opportunity if there are added new things, which they don't.
Oh, I do agree. Normally the way it works is like all the low down quests, all the enemies around those areas should all be low down. Then on the outskirts of them is like the middle area, then around there the high one, so that you don't run into the risk of suddenly bumping into a shitload of enemies on your way in between two missions. But I do like it where like, okay, I've explored, I've accidentally got lost, I'm here, now here's a load of powerful enemies, I shouldn't be here, I'll go back there later on and kill them. That's fine. Doing it in the middle of fucking quests is ridiculous. It reminded me of Destiny when we were exploring and went into a cave right next to a level 1 mission, and there was like level 30 or 20 or whatever the fuck they were, I don't know, they just had skulls, enemies that could instantly kill us. I'm like, why are they there?
Yes.
Guarding loot right next to the easy part. No.
Yeah, it could have been done better.
Yep. But I shall take my heads off, I think, now if you want to talk about the bit you hated with the gameplay.
Okay.
Is it actually spoilerish?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is like endgame spoiler, and this is more gameplay. Basically, you know how in Mass Effect 3, Jeff, you had to... If you played Mass Effect 3, right?
No, I haven't. I've never played it.
Okay. Shit, I'm gonna...
And actually, I have 2 copies of it now because I did get the trilogy, remember, and I kind of stopped playing it. I always meant to like play the
okay. You played a
You
bit
can
of
talk
it.
about it. I
Have
don't
you
care.
played a bit of it or whatever?
I have never touched it, but you can talk about it. I don't
Okay.
care.
Okay. Basically, Mass Effect 3, the Reapers are coming, and, it's the end of the world. You have to, buck up together, and the entire universe has to get together to defeat this, humongously big enemy, right? The whole thing's about building it up to do this one fight.
Okay.
That's kind of what, Dragon Age Inquisition is. You have this big, for, half the game, unnamed villain, and you're building up your supplies, uniting countries, trying to who your allies are. Your whole thing is building up to defeat this one dude. You have a singular enemy, you got him, the whole thing's build up. And it's a fucking lot of build up. You got Templars, you gotta choose these sides, you gotta choose this, you gotta get supplies, horses, you gotta have your little keeps and manager keeps and have your income, got your party members, all this shit. Right? And then you have bad guy, Corypheus. Okay? In comes Corypheus. Now, if you compare him, obviously the end boss of any game should always be the hardest. Right? Because at least it seems like he's the fucking final thing. He should be the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
So, in comparison to the dragons I mentioned before, they are hella hard regardless, casual, whatever. But unless you play Corypheus on Nightmare, because I played it on normal, whatever, normal hard, whatever, interchangeably, he is fucking piss easy. I fucking capped him at a friggin' 60 seconds or less. Oh my god, did I feel like my time was so horribly wasted in building up everything. It just made everything that I've ever done, and I did 90% of the side quests in the first one. It made me feel like everything I built up, all the keeps and politics and getting the Templars and getting these people and saving the mages and doing all this shit just to defeat this one asshole. And I'm like, you know what we could have done? We could have fucking stepped out of the fade in the very fucking beginning and bitched that motherfucker and had some tea afterwards. Man, we didn't have to do anything. All this whole entire fucking thing was useless. Because he is a fucking pussy. And his pussy-ass archdemon, that's not even a real archdemon, and gets killed by a friggin' dragon that I can't even participate in. And it's just such shit. It's such shit because you wasted my time. You disrespected me, game. You disrespected me by giving me a piss-easy enemy after building up so much. And then you make the fucking dragons hella hard that aren't even archdemons. If you're gonna have a fake archdemon, even a fake archdemon should be harder than an actual dragon, right? Because an archdemon is a dragon plus extra. Dragon by itself, even a high dragon, should be not as hard. It's like, what the fuck? Why do you wound me, game? Why did you do that? So that's my problem with this. So again, play Nightmare. You want a serious challenge. Okay, Mo can come back now.
Yeah, no. Fortunately, a lot of games do that now, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm back.
Yeah, so that's my other problem with the gameplay.
Could you sum that up for me in a non-spoilerish way?
Effort wasted not fulfilling my needs that it provided me with things that I needed to feel and did not pay off.
Okay, in what way? I meant, is it something to do with, because I know...
It's kind of to do with the story and, the ending, but it just... You work really hard, no payoff.
Okay, so I'm assuming the last boss is either... Based on you saying that payoff and that, the last boss is either ridiculously hard or ridiculously easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess.
Did you want an answer to that, or?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, easy.
Because you're not telling me what happens when he dies. You're just telling me if he was easy or hard. Okay, so
easy.
Basically it's Tomb Raider, where the last boss was piss easy, which could be okay if the journey was cool, I suppose.
Yeah, but the whole thing...
in the game, aren't you? Because in the game you're recruiting people to stop his forces. To be fair, he does have giant dragons and shit that were killing villagers and stuff. So it's like, okay, you need to stop the forces. But yeah, it sounds from what you just said. Then when you said it's like, okay, I'm guessing he's piss easy.
Yeah, and it's not his archdemon or fake archdemon, whatever. It's not comparable to other enemies you defeat in the game.
So basically, when you say archdemon, I'm assuming it's not at all as hard as fighting Flemeth in the first game.
Yeah, nothing is any hard boss fight is nothing like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair, I don't think any boss in the Dragon Age will ever come close to being as hard as Flemeth. in the
Yeah.
first game in the optional one, which is basically if you don't have this particular character, it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's and I that's not me, but that's not me stretching the imagination either, Marcus. In the first one, if you get rid of this mage character when you go against Flemeth, it becomes impossible unless you yourself are the mage and you're trying your best to heal everyone and do all this other stuff, because you needed her to do the boosts and stuff to defeat Flemeth, and without her it became impossible. And it's funnier because they let you kill the one you need as a choice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's kind of bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair enough. But yeah, that was gameplay. So let's talk about the last category. Well, the second to last category technically, which is extras.
Okay, on extras, you can go to I didn't find out this till endgame, so that also annoyed me because it doesn't specifically state it. But you can unlock like a bunch of cool like shit for Skyhold. Like you can customize like your throne or like your like whole decoration around your castle, whatever. But like you can't really customize your bedroom or anything, even though they kind of fake do it, which is kind of annoying.
You can.
I mean, like, you can customize the stuff that's already, like, there, but you can't, like, add shit to it. You can just reskin everything that's already there.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to, like, if I defeated, like, a fucking dragon, I want his head on my fucking wall, or, or maybe I want to add something or whatever.
I don't. I want a dragon head on my table with its mouth open, filled with M&Ms as a sweet dish.
There you go, okay? And it's just reskin of all this stuff, and it's just like, fuck off.
Yeah. I will say the biggest extra is multiplayer.
Yes.
And I'm going to say best part of the entire game. The multiplayer game is fun. It's like Diablo style. You're running through with friends doing dungeons. Arguably, unlike Diablo, the classes matter.
Yeah.
Because
they weren't tied to race or gender specific.
Yeah, but I was going to say, because you've played obviously Diablo, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real difference if you run through the game besides how your character plays. If you run through with a crusader, if you run through with a witch, if you run through with a monk or anything like that, it doesn't really affect much, just how it plays.
Mm-hmm.
This one, when you're playing through the multiplayer maps, there's specific parts, and it's random as well. It becomes random. They randomize the map itself. They randomize which enemies appear and where on the map, which is fucking awesome. And they randomize this thing appearing, which if you'll get like a secret entrance appear, which can only be unlocked by a certain class, which will give you loot inside. Like if you've got a barbarian type person with you there, who's like the strength guy, he'll go and kick down the wall, and you can go in there and get loot. If it's a wizard one, it'll be like a portal, and you use magic to close the portal type thing, so you can step through the door. And I'm like, that's a cool feature. They put a lot of effort into this multiplayer mode. I love that feature.
Yeah, just it sucks sometimes if you happen to like get paired up with 3 like mages or whatever, and be like, oh, I hope there's none of this other shit around because we can't grab it.
Yeah, which I'll be honest, even when that happens, when I played the multiplayer, and then I was like, oh, we can't enter here because we don't have blank, I was like, I don't really mind. I don't care too much. It's still fun, and it's part of the enjoyment of the loot and stuff. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, the multiplayer is so fucking fun. I kind of wish they just released a Dragon Age spin-off of just the multiplayer and improved on this.
It would have been cool.
But I don't know, what did you think about the secret areas, Marcus? Because I know you like games like Diablo and stuff. It's like Diablo, but the camera is Dragon Age, so it's behind your character.
Right, it's like an over-the-shoulder perspective.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, like from the back perspective, so you can see your back too. But I wasn't sure how you felt about the secret areas. If you think that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm all for exploration as long as it doesn't really, as long as it enhances the gameplay and doesn't detract from. I love secrets. I'm all about secrets.
Yeah, because this game, like with Diablo, is you need a lot of loot to do better stuff later on. Like you need better armor to face certain monsters and stuff, which is fair.
Right.
And to help you level up. So it's cool that they've done these areas where instead of like Diablo, where like the treasure goblin will appear and you kill him and then everyone gets loot. This one is more of you have to have the right character to enter this area, and then you get a bonus chest with loot. And I'm like, that's genius. What? That is fucking genius. It makes the classes matter.
Yeah.
Very few games do that. I kind of like that. But yeah, it's bad that I'm talking happily about, like I said, it's bad. I'm talking about the multiplayer is a good thing. And the funny part is, it's not tied to the story like Mass Effect, which is another great plus for it. Because I said with Mass Effect's multiplayer, it was kind of fun-ish at times. It would have been a lot more fun if it wasn't thrust upon you, so it was entirely optional.
True.
And that was Mass Effect 3, I believe, with the multiplayer, because I don't know if you played the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, Marcus. I think you said you haven't. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you'd played Mass Effect 3 or not. But
not yet.
Yeah, you may get lucky because I think you might possibly not need them if you've played through Mass Effect 1 and 2. But to get the best possible galactic rating, you definitely you should do some multiplayer, and that adds to your galactic readiness. And I'm like, why are you making multiplayer tied to the single player? No, separate that shit.
Yeah.
I don't like that. And I'm glad this one wasn't tied to that, and it also seems like a cash grab because you can buy coins and stuff to buy loot.
Yeah, you can buy level-up-y things in this one.
Yeah. But I loved the multiplayer. I should go back on that sometime.
It is really fun. Makes me feel special when I could do something that someone else can't.
You're very special, Pew. That's why you rode the special bus to school.
That's her secret. She's always special.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Forest Pew.
Oh, another thing under extras in the main story is that you unlock a series of mounts. However, only after an excruciatingly long fetch side quest you get most of the mounts, which is unfortunate.
I'll be honest, I don't care because I've got the best mount. I don't care if other ones do. Yeah, I don't care if other ones may look slightly better, or I don't care if other ones may have a better boost or whatever. Marcus, DLC. It's called the Bog Unicorn. It's a undead horse that's got a sword shoved through its head to make
it's like throat area, and then it comes out its head.
Yeah, so if you saw it in a bog, like behind fog, you would think unicorn. I'm like, that's kind of funny. I really love that mount. That's awesome.
I couldn't deal with it. It was visually unpleasant and looked sad because I want to take the sword out of it because it looks sad face.
It was undead. It's come to love its sword. Its sword is what makes it.
I don't know. It just looked like it was in pain, and it was like, oh, the animal activist, the animal rights person inside me that loves animals. Like, I want to hug you and make you better.
You can't cure death with a hug. Thank God you never tried medical.
It might make you feel better about it.
No, it'd make you dead and hooked. But it's a case of with the mount. I understand some people may not like that, but I loved it. I was like, its sword ironically makes it awesome. Just the sword shoved through this undead horse's thing. It makes it unique. You know, like in certain things where accidents happen, but that's what makes them unique. Like, for example, Fantastic Four. Ben became a fucking hideous rock monster. That's what makes him cool.
Yeah.
Him being a hideous rock monster makes him cool. This guy this horse being dead with a sword through it just makes it cool. And I will be talking about this more in the future for an XGR, which is on our Xpound account. I think I'll be talking for that because I think I have that listed as best mount of the year, possibly. Spoiler alert for the award shows. Because I love the Bog Unicorn. It was so pretty, Marcus.
Another thing I will say though about the mounts is that a lot of times I don't want to use them because if you're riding through stuff, you can't stop every 5 seconds and collect shit like the game wants you to, and you end up missing a whole lot of things, or possibly even like quests or hidden things you don't know were there. Because I pretty much spent the whole game walking around pressing and spamming L3 so I could find every little thing. And when you're on a horse, you can't really do that.
Dog unicorn.
But then I can't spam and collect all the things.
But you just complained before that there was too many things where they want you to collect. And
I know, but I still try anyway in a futile effort.
You have to remember, she's impulsive in collecting. It's like if she sees something on her, it's like, ooh, shiny, and she has to go off after it.
I know, I try. It's too much, but I try anyway. And I can't do that if I'm on a unicorn.
Yeah, but no. I think it's time for the final verdict. So, drum roll. The final verdict. I will let Pew deliver her final verdict first. And whatever rating system she uses.
As a Dragon Age game, if you play the other ones, it's gonna be sorely sad face, and it would be like,
Avoid it.
If you played this up game and did not know what Dragon Age was, you might actually like it. So, regrettably, I am going to give this one like a 6.
Well, fair enough. And I will make the case of saying you might enjoy it if you pick it up and you haven't played the other Dragon Ages. Before we started this recording, did you not tell Marcus that in order to play this, you need to play 1 and 2 to understand everything?
I don't know. Fuck it, I don't know.
I believe that was the exact sentence, wasn't it, Marcus?
Yeah, you kind of do need to understand everything, but then you'll be disappointed. Like, you'll enjoy the good parts of it more, but you'll experience the worst parts of it the worst. It's kind of like, double-edged sword.
Fair enough. And my final verdict is people know I now go with buy, rent, avoid, because I don't want to deal with the whole rating system. Because it's that's not for me. But yeah, that's not for me anymore. But I understand why people do it. So, but basically, it fails as a Dragon Age game. It fails as a role-playing game because your role is completely shitted upon all throughout the game. It has a multiplayer mode, which, like I said, it's basically Diablo. It has one extra cool feature to Diablo, but that's about it. And it's an extra mode. So for the same price, you could pick up Diablo.
Sounds like it fails as a BioWare game too.
Yeah, that's what I meant by it failed with this Dragon Age game. That's a BioWare game. It just there's almost nothing this does well. So I'm gonna put this down as a buy just for the bog unicorn. No, I'm gonna put this down as an avoid. this is a flat out avoid this game. There may be some people who may enjoy it, but I'm just going to say, from my personal opinion, avoid it. It's overrated, because I've seen people talk about how awesome it is and stuff, which is fair enough, but overrated as fuck, avoid it. That's my rating, but thank you for joining me for this team-up special, Pew.
It was not easy.
And thank you, Marcus, for being our special guest. We will now let you out of your cage.
You're welcome, and yay! Rattle,
showing
rattle,
him
rattle,
the light.
Yep.
Yes, show me the light.
But stay tuned and enjoy, because coming up later on today on the X-Pound channel is the movie awards for Around the Pound, and we have some special stuff all month, like me and Pew will be teaming back up with Marcus in a bigger role, possibly, for Smash Brothers.
Yeah!
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Now with more Mega Man and Pac-Man.
Woo!
And Sonic. He was in Brawl, but still. But still, Sonic, there's more of him, because you can use him in the main mode.
True.
Yay. But now, see ya.